It was actually a dare. A friend of mine was like, he lived in Chicago at the time. I lived in Port St. Lucie. He's gonna go to college in he was gonna go to college in Elmhurst in Chicago, and he was like, "Yo, bro, there's a spot in Port St. Lucie to do comedy. I want you to go do it, bro. Just do it for me." I was gonna do it in November, and then I was writing ideas I'd do, and then I went one day to an open mic in October, and after that, they're like, "Hey, yo, it's now or never, go," and I did it, and just been stuck in it ever since. But I've always been a goofball and shit like that, so. It was fun. It was like, it was fun. I'm not unfamiliar with the stage because I did theater. I had a theater, I was a theater major, and I'd just been on stage for a long time, so it was fun. That was fun. I did pretty well my first time, actually. I love Paul Mooney's Race and Master. I think Race and Masterpiece. Those I love a lot. I love Patrice O'Neill's. I think Mr. P. I like that a lot. Mr. P was cool. Unreleased was cool. Seeing him do crowd work. I like Richard Pryor's. This Nigger's Crazy. I like that. That was a really funny one. Specials. I like live in concert Richard Pryor. Elephant Room is cool. And there's comedians I like. I like all types of comedy, but Earthquake, who's a comedian, I love the way he does comedy. When I was a kid, I loved Arnez J. Arnez J, like just his level of energy and the way he could physically act out stuff. And there's a lot of things I liked. I grew up watching Comic View and stuff like that, so that was very, very cool. And then when you get older, you start watching more Comedy Central and shit like that. But there's a lot of people I do like. You know, I'm not gonna say Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock because that's the usual suspects, but there's a lot of things I like. The list is too grand for me to say everybody in detail. Okay, growing up, I loved Mad TV and Live in Color, of course, Live in Color all the way. Saturday Night Live I liked a lot growing up. Other sketch comedy shows. That's pretty much all the sketch comedy shows they were. Sitcoms, I loved. I mean, if the Wayans brothers can call that sitcom, I love that. I love Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Jamie Foxx show. Those are the ones I could think of right now. Growing up, I mean, Moesha, is that considered? Yeah, I loved Moesha as a kid. There's a lot of shows I like, you know. As a kid, I loved Ace Ventura comedy movies. Death at a Funeral had me laughing when I first saw that. As a kid, I loved How High. That was funny to me. Comedy movies. Ooh, Date Night. I think Date Night's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Have you seen Date Night? That was just amazing. I mean, dang, you put me on the spot here. I mean, I liked Scare Movie 1 and 2. Fucking loved it. That right there. And those are the worst. Those are the worst reviewed ones. And that was the funniest ones to me. The Mask. I love The Mask. Me, Myself, and Irene I liked a lot. Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in the South Central. Don't Be a Menace Inside While Drinking Your Juice in the South Central. That was a hilarious movie. The Hangover was cool. Very Bad Things I liked, but that was like dark comedy. I'm Gonna Get You Sucked Out Like That as a kid. That's all the ones I can think of in my head right now. One joke that made me laugh hard is I remember one thing that threw me off. I remember Earthquake has a joke that says Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slaves, polyester did. That shit, I was like, yo, that's funny. Corey Holcomb has some very funny abortion jokes. Like that shit, I don't joke about that, but that was pretty hilarious. But I can't even do it justice the way he does it. Who else? Richard Pryor's joke on That Nigger's Crazy album. He talks about people being drunk. That was funny. What else? Man, I can't. I don't even want to do these comics jokes because I fuck it up too bad. But yeah, I'd say. Damn, damn it, Sarah. What else? Arnez J's physical abilities, and I would say Earthquake. Earthquake has a joke talking about how old guys are at the club hitting on other women. And he's like, when you go to the club, you see old guys at the club, and and they be saying shit you haven't heard since slavery, you know, shit like that. That's funny. And he was just like, they be talking about, ooh, I know I'm gonna get some Cuda Cat tonight. And he's like, Cuda Cat? I can't be in a club with a nigga looking for a Cuda Cat. That's hilarious. I like that a lot. But I didn't do it justice the way that guy did. I'd say there's Dave Chappelle. There's a lot. I'd say I have like Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Earthquake. I'd love to learn. Cat Williams. There's a lot I'd like to learn from him. So yeah, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Bill Burr. I like him a lot, but definitely Cat Williams for sure. No, I'm scared. He's too wild. I might fuck around and get hurt. He's too wild. I would say yeah, as I could think of right now. I would say Ernest J. Oh, no. Ernest J. Yeah, Corey Holcomb. But definitely people like Dave Chappelle. I would like to learn a lot from him. And Earthquake, Cat Williams, like the way they do. Yeah, and yeah, those people I listen for sure. Robin Harris, early 90s D.L. Hughley. I don't know, Patrice O'Neal might hurt my feelings. I'm tripping. Jeff Ross, is that his name? Jeff Ross, yeah, it's for sure him. Jeff Ross and how much am I at? So that's Robin Harris, early 90s DL Hughley, Jeff Ross, I'm Patrice O'Neal, why not? And what's that one comedian, blonde hair, blue eyes, that is mean? Who's like, I wouldn't say mean, but I'll throw Daniel Tosh in there. I have acting background, so I would definitely TV show. I'd love to have a TV show, write one, a cartoon. I'd love to make a cartoon show. I'd like to make a video game. That'd be cool. Podcasting, I want to start my own podcasting. And a movie, of course. I feel like all platforms I want to take care of. Like, I want to do that, put everything out for all those. But I just got to stick with it, you know? It's funny you say that because I've written goals I wanted to do. And it's cool because when I wrote my comedy goals for the next 5 years, I was dating someone at the time and they weren't in it, and we broke up that same day I wrote these goals. So I don't know if I want to say them out loud, but hopefully in 5 years I'm not in this area. You know, hopefully get a TV credit. A couple of projects I want to have done. 3 projects I want to have done. I want to be made. I don't want to speak on it too much because if you do, shit never works out when you speak too much about them out loud. And be at a higher level. That's what I want to be, at a higher level from here, 5 years from now. You can find me on Instagram at ISMEPHILLIP, Isme Phillip. On Facebook, PHILISME. And same thing with Twitter, is the same thing as my Instagram. So you can find me through all there. I'm not really on the Snap like that. Nah, it ain't for me. But that's where you can find me. I want them to have fun. Yeah, have fun. We got a comedy show, escape life real quick. And we can laugh about certain shit we go through all the time. You know, we go through so much in life, you know, just it's always cool to take a step back and laugh at things we go through, you know? Relieve yourself. That's what I'd like. Hey, what's happening? It's Phil Isme, all right? I'm with the incomparable, you know, the awe-inspiring, the dope of the dopest, the purveyor of dope journalism, Sarah May. And check my interview out at cutie.com, all right? cutie.com. Check it out. Check it out. All right? Okay, check it out. Check it out.